Yeah, I'm Samuel Sarfo,
I'm Adam Dash.
and welcome to Sound Centric Podcast, and specifically to the weekly wrap up. We got a lot to talk about within the culture. First, starting with the Migos. Apparently, there was rumors that Offset unfollowed Quavo and TikTok on Instagram, and right after that, Quavo and Takeoff dropped a new single called Hotel Lobby under the duo name Unk and You, which is
My my first question is, who is this person who is tracking who follows who on Instagram? Who noticed? That was reported before the song even was announced. I
Yep.
don't, and this always happens, but I don't get who's checking these Instagrams.
Hey
Oh,
man, there's some freaky people out there.
Cardi B unfollowed Megan Thee Stallion on Instagram. And it's who saw that?
Hey, there's some freaky people out there, bro. Gotta stay safe.
Yeah. I mean, my hope I'm hoping this isn't anything real between them
hmm
because they are family. I'm not sure exactly what the dynamic is, but I think one of them is an uncle and two of them are cousins. Um,
Something like
s
that.
Something like that. So, it would suck if something in the music industry actually caused a split between them. And I felt the same way about the Griselda guys, and that's why I really appreciate a song Tyson and Ali, where Benny and,
Mm,
Conway are talking about how much respect and how, it's their family, and
yeah.
I don't know, I would hate to see anything bad happen with this because I mean, and Offset's the best one of them, in my opinion.
Offset. Um,
Offset. Woo, woo, woo,
I would
woo.
say in terms of rapping, okay, rapping, I agree. In
Yeah.
terms of everything and artistic, I'm going Quavo. Just
Quavo's
put on
voice
Slide. Just put in
Qua
Slide, and your
Qu
opinion will change so quick.
yeah.
Slide
Qua
by Calvin
Oh,
Harris.
that's I think that's one of the best songs ever made.
Yeah. And who's on
Not
it?
even
Your boy
kidding.
Quavo.
I and it's Offset. No, it's
Oh,
Takeoff.
oh, okay, okay, okay. Hey, all love to
No,
take
wait.
off.
No, it's Offset. It's
Okay,
Offset.
you sure?
'Cause that was the song I performed, this semester. I did the,
Mm,
Quavo and Offset part. The
you
Offset
better
part's
be
hard to
right.
rap.
Oh, it just says Migos. I can't tell.
Yeah, it's Offset and Quavo. But the new song's dope. I like it. Um,
No cap, I didn't really hear it. I'm not gonna lie, the Migos kinda died down for me a little bit, especially after Culture 2, and obviously they're a little I mean, I'm not gonna say they're washed, they're still fantastic, but they're clearly dipping down in
yeah.
quality, and obviously the saying goes, "Don't have family in business," and also just in music in general, groups do break up all the time, it is what
Yeah.
it is.
Um,
A
I
little bit
really
sad, but yeah.
I really liked Culture 3, actually. The song "Modern Day" is, my favorite Migos song ever.
Really?
Yeah,
I honestly half-assed my way listening to it. All I know is "Having
yeah.
Our Way"
It was
featuring
long.
Drake. Whoo! That was a
Yeah,
slapper.
play "Modern Day" after that. That song was honestly, this is a cool discussion because 'cause I've always thought
Mhm.
this and I wanted to say it. There's sometimes when if I listen to a music video first, it can make me like a song. If
Mm,
it's really cool. It
for
can
sure.
what's I like the song "Nail Tech" anyway by Jack Harlow,
Mhm.
but I saw that music video, something about it just made me love the song. When I saw the music video for Tribe, for Boz and J. Cole, the
Mm.
colors they're wearing, something about it has always made me love that. So there was something about the Modern Day music video when I first saw it because the song was leaked, but it wasn't the full song, it was just, 2 of their verses,
This
but it
guy
made me
is
love the
preaching,
song.
man. Just give
Um,
a clap to that. 100% you're right.
yeah.
Like you said, music videos can really change how things look. And big time question for you. And I mean, some people feel it is true, but are the Migos one of the greatest, or if not the greatest rap group of all time?
They are
And
not
let
they
me,
are not
okay, you go.
they are not the greatest rap group of all time,
hmm
but their cultural influence for our generation is so there that you have to respect them. And if you don't listen to that
100%.
type of music, it's fine, but you gotta put some respect in their names. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember not even knowing, because obviously there's a time where the Migos weren't, the Migos, and I remember, at camp hearing, Hannah Montana, I'm like, "What is this?" I was also, 13 at the time. I'm hearing, "Hannah Montana, Hannah Montana, Hannah Montana." But,
That's
the
crazy. You said that.
these guys have been going on for so long, and I think sometimes we take it for granted how long an artist has been famous for and how long it is. It's hard to put out that consistent of content for that amount of
Mhm.
time and have that much cultural impact. So what they've done should not be slighted.
Yeah, 100%. And it's funny when you're talking about Hannah Montana because the first song I heard by them was "Fight Night." Hit it with a
Yeah,
left, hit it
hit it
with a
with a
right, and
right.
that was the jam of the year. And that was my exposure to
Uh,
Migos. And definitely, they are one of the greatest. No one can take that from them. I do remember when they were in an interview one time, and they're basically talking about because of them. hip hop is the biggest genre of all time, which I kind of disagreed with because before you there was Biggie and Pac, and Biggie and Pac were
Yeah,
the ones who really put hip hop in a mainstream level where it was selling crazy amount of records, and then Eminem came in. That's game over.
yeah.
So you know what I mean? Yeah.
And then talking and just kind of with this discussion about beef, something that's like always upsetting to see is the beef between Benny the Butcher and Freddie Gibbs. An interesting thing I saw today was that Freddie Gibbs said his beef with academics and who's the second person? It wasn't Benny, but he said like that beef's just for fun. Like he knew it was never going to
Hmm.
come into anything physical. It's sad that this. I mean, hope I pray to God this does not lead to anything
Hmm.
shooting because these two men are like my favorite rappers. Like Freddie's one of my favorite rappers ever.
Hmm.
I would like I don't want to see that happen.
Yeah.
And that video was hard to watch of him getting beat up by like 20 people.
Hmm.
But then he performed that night with a black eye. So kudos to him for
Yeah,
that.
that was really crazy. He really performed after he got beat up, which is some real G stuff.
It
But
is.
like you said, man, I really don't wanna see this or see this partake at all because we just don't need that in hip hop anymore, especially again with Biggie and Pac. That vibe needs to go away, especially when Kendrick when he dropped the Hard Part 5 and he was literally talking about be literally like we're doing the same thing. This is what culture is. This is our
Yeah.
culture. Um what did he say? Specifically about Will Smith, basically, you have pain, so you want to cause pain to someone else. Like, come on, guys. And of course, it is alleged
Yeah.
that those who did jump Freddie Gibbs were a part of the BSF family. We're not
Uh-huh.
100% sure, but that is what allegedly happened.
Yeah.
But Freddie Gibbs is back with a comeback because he has a debut film titled Down with the King coming
I'm
out June
excited to see
28th.
that.
Hmm.
I mean, I've seen him in the what's the fucking Tyler the Creator TV show? It's not what's it called? Loiter
When
Squad.
he's like when he's cooking and he's young got the white lady,
That maybe. Oh yeah,
he's
yes. So
making
that's
Echo
that's part of the show.
waffles.
So I mean, Freddie Gibbs was in one of those skits years ago, and I know he's a good actor. So I'm actually gonna watch this movie. I'm excited to see
Hmm.
that. He's got SSS dropping this summer.
Ooh,
Probably top three of my most anticipated albums for the year. So I'm excited for that.
what's that
And like
list? Speak up.
speak that list. I mean, it's hard to say now because Kendrick and Push did drop,
Hmm.
but it's JID who needs to fucking drop. And I know
Mm,
Kendrick fucked him up with the announcing the
yeah.
date. Dude, he said he was gonna announce the date, he hasn't. Smino,
Mm,
that's my guy. I'm
yes,
so
sir.
excited for that album. And Freddie. And I've said this before on another podcast. I really like the song Black Illuminati with Jadakiss. I don't need it on the album. It's been too long. Freddie. Just, and we don't need that Rick Ross song. That song was not good.
Oh, ice
Ice
cream?
Cream. Yeah.
Oh, throw that away. We don't need that
Yeah, we
at
we
all.
don't need that one.
No offense. We don't
Um,
need that.
but it's sad because Freddie and Benny have such good music together. They got One Way Flight. They got
Hmm.
Frank Lucas.
Yeah.
I was bumping Frank Lucas today. That's a fucking crazy song.
Yeah. And it's so silly because this all stemmed from the fact that Benny was basically, I think it was an interview where he tweeted it, but he said it out loud in public that basically Freddie was begging him to do a collab, aka the word begging, which I guess to
Yeah,
some people might
I,
hurt at their pride a little
yeah.
bit. And Freddie felt some type of way about that. But come on, guys, to really get in a brawl over it,
My
you're grown ass
assumption,
men.
I'm not. I won't use the word hope because I don't want any beef happening. I'm hoping there was more. Like, there's more to it. Like, I doubt it was just that. There's
Hopefully,
something
behind
probably
the
that's that.
scenes,
Yeah.
something like that. That's what I'm hoping. On a more controversial side as well, Denzel Curry went on a Twitter rant recently. First talking about when Kendrick dropped that basically he did something similar to Kendrick. I'm not saying that Kendrick's album was bad, but more so that he did something similar and it wasn't seen with that same amount of praise. And the biggest one which he tweeted was Donda and CLB could have been better, especially when you have the greatest producers, musicians, and extra people a part of the music as well. Not to mention the artworks were booty. So he said that in full force on Twitter. Everyone was in a riot.
Um.
But what do you think? Do you think Drake and Kanye and throw in Kendrick and J. Cole, these top artists, Tyler as well, did they deliver? Because I think with the streaming world, things come and go. I mean, I remember albums popping one week and then it's completely gone the
Yeah.
next. So did they deliver? Is
Um.
Denzel right?
I think J Cole and Kendrick delivered.
Hmm.
Um, and Drake and like Kanye's album had its moments, but
Hmm.
I do agree with him that like it's like you have all these artists at your disposal, and did no one tell you that this doesn't sound good? And I was bumping Rock and Roll by Pusha T today, and that Kid Cudi part is just not good. It is not
Yeah,
a
it's
good
not.
song, and I don't get how I doubt it was Push's fault. I bet Kanye was like, "No, you're putting this on the album." But, like, how did
By
Kanye,
force.
Cudi, Pharrell, all these guys heard that song? They're all like and I'm sure Push had, like, 50 songs made, and they're like, "Yeah,
Hmm.
that's the one." So, I guess sometimes confuses me, and it's the same
Yeah.
thing where I was thinking about Roddy Ricch. I love the song, what's it called on Donda? Um,
I got you. You keep going with
you
it.
know what
I'll
I'm talking
get
about.
the song. Yep.
I felt the same thing. I'm not sure if Roddy has Kanye at his disposal like that, but I always think like some of these artists, you have so many people at your disposal, and these are the songs you went with. Like this, no one checked you in the studio and was like, "Yeah, dog, that's not it."
The song
Um,
was Pure Souls.
Pure Souls, yeah, so good.
Yeah.
So I do think that all the time. Drake, I mean, when was the last time you Drake dropped an album that like actually was a full album? Year. If you're
Full
reading
as
this
in
is too
good.
late. Full as in like there was a direction to it and it all had a similar sound to it and a
Views,
vibe.
views. Don't hate on views.
Views.
Whether you liked it or not, it still had a theme.
No, yeah, it
And
does.
okay,
I
so
like
I'll say
views.
views.
Um, and
More
this
Life
song,
too. More Life is slept on. I'm sorry. That's my
yeah, but
jam.
that's literally advertised as a playlist.
Open it. Hey, bro, you gotta
Yeah.
have that
No,
rhythm, bro. That melanin.
every Drake song ever will have its songs. He's never gonna drop an album with no songs on it. Like, there's always
Yeah.
gonna be songs. And, like, Pipe
Oh,
Down on this album,
facts,
crazy.
facts.
Beat,
Yeah.
crazy. There's a bunch of songs on here, I'm not just blanking on the top of my head. There was
Mhm,
good songs in the album, but it's the same shit. He's, like,
mhm.
30 blah years old, rapping about the same stuff.
Yeah.
Um, he's complacent to whatever. He's the biggest artist in the world
Mhm.
or one of them. Um, but yeah, no, I agree. I feel like Drake could step out of his comfort zone more, maybe work with some different types of producers. I mean, I've said this before, and 40 said it in an interview. He's wanted Drake to do like I know Drake has classics, but I want to make it just a straight up because he's a good rapper. He's got good bars. I would love
Mhm.
to hear him just drop a straight rap album, like none of the R&B stuff. Then maybe make
Yeah.
then maybe 6 months later drop a straight R&B album for the rest of the other people.
Mhm.
But for me,
Mhm.
drop it for me,
He said, "For
Drake.
me." Go
For
shoot
me,
him a text, call him,
come
let
on,
him know.
Aubrey.
I mean, I
Uh,
agree with what you're saying, but for me at least, the last real rap album that he dropped to me was and I still remember to this day on the bus, listening to Energy. If you're reading this, it's too late.
Crazy.
Personally, I think that's my favorite. I think Drake's best is Take Care, and that has a nostalgic place for me. But if you're reading this,
I think
is
that's his
my
best.
I that's where I go to the most, and it's just pure rapping. A few R&B here and here, but it's mostly rapping. If Drake could do
Yeah.
that, that'd be amazing. For me, at least, again, I do think J. Cole, Kendrick, and throw in Kanye. When I first heard Donda 2 or Donda 1, Donda 2, I ain't coming. Screw that boy.
It
But
might
when
be
Donda
coming now,
dropped,
but
it's not, bro. Come on, nah. But yeah, Donda dropped. I didn't like it first listen that much, but continuing to listen and also looking back, that album was amazing. The rollout was amazing. The whole theme, the
yeah.
mask, the boots, everything. So I think those three
Um,
delivered, but Drake did not for me. CLB to
yeah.
me is Drake's worst album. Yeah, nothing else to say
Yeah.
about that
I
guy,
mean,
but hopefully he doesn't stay
Cole
complacent.
Cole shouldn't be in that conversation. Cole 100% delivered. He
Mm,
tackled on s styles, like, on Amari and did it better than your favorite artist who does that style of rap.
yeah.
Immediately blended in. My least favorite song on that album, 100 Mil, is still a good song. Like,
Hmm.
there's not a single song on that album where I'm like, "I can't listen to this."
Yeah.
So,
Is it
yeah.
safe to say off season or Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers?
They're such different albums.
I don't
Um,
care.
I'm bumping Off Season.
Okay, that's fair. I think low key. I think I need to give it more time, Mr. Morale. But again, that off-season album, people really didn't give it the love when it first came out. I feel like people started realizing how great it was. But I only think
Yeah,
that was because J. Cole dropped first. He dropped first, so I guess
yeah.
all eyes were on
I
him.
mean,
So
bro,
that's a bit more pressure.
there's 3 songs on that album that are debatably in my top 5 Cole songs ever.
What's
Maybe
that?
4. My Life, The Climb Back, Amari. Trying to think. I think I'm missing something. Do you get Punch in the Clock? Bro, there's just there's some classic Cole. I think The Climb Back could be his best song ever. My favorite
Yeah.
songs change on For Your Eyes
Hmm.
Only, but The Climb Back's crazy. And
Yep.
even Lion King on Ice, which was released with The Climb Back, didn't make the
Slapper.
album. Amazing song too.
Hmm.
Young Simba had to bust down, you had a Lion King on Ice.
Look at this J. Cole fan here.
Yeah. As
But no,
I
Hunger
got
on
T-Pad
Hillside.
behind me. Hunger on
Yeah, T-Pad.
Hillside.
That's probably one of my dude. That song, different man, different,
And Close,
absolutely different.
bro, everything on that album. And the way it
Yeah.
starts and you got fucking Killer Cam.
Mhm.
It's
Ooh,
dope ass,
J. Cole, you know
dope ass
what?
album.
Screw it. J. Cole needs his flowers big time. A lot of
Yeah.
people try again. People try to hand him the bronze.
Cold
He
World.
deserves Cold World, baby.
Then another album. This is this can be scary. And this album is it's hard to call an album a sequel to a classic, a mixtape classic. And you wait 5 years, people stop caring. But Joey Bodman, Badass, coming with a new album in June 2000, this sequel to let me think how I wanna say this. One of the best mixtapes of all time. I'm not gonna call it the, but one of the best mixtapes of all time, 1999. He said similar vibes, like beat-wise, I assume is what he meant, but he said this is a grown man's like a grown man's view of the world,
Mhm.
different Joey. Um, I'm really excited for this. How are you feeling?
If you know me, you know that Joey Badass is one of my favorite rappers, honestly, of all time. He's on that list of
Yeah.
my favorite. And I know he was dropping some loosies here and there. He dropped the EP pack, which had like Shine.
Shine's one of his
Uh,
best songs ever.
oh man, what was the other songs? I got
I
this
mean, one of
pulled
them he
up.
says he's like here to kill mumble rap,
Stop.
and people
People were
clapping
over
for
people trying to
that.
clown him for that. Like, shut up. Like, it was a fire bar. Like, leave him alone.
They need
Yeah,
him
he
one with
dropped a
Pusha
lot of
T.
singles. You have the Light Pack. So the one of Pusha T, which is one of my
Yeah.
favorites, No Explanation, Shine in the Light. He dropped a video which had no music on streaming, unfortunately. Let It Breathe, incredible. If you haven't heard that, go check it out right now.
Yeah.
Let It Breathe. And you too, the fans.
And then there's
He
Head
did
High.
yeah,
Um,
Head High. He had the Revenge, aka
yeah,
Adam calls it
Madden.
NFL music,
Yeah,
Madden
Madden
music.
ass music.
And I've been waiting for Joy to drop because it's been what? It's 2017, right? Was All American Badass?
Yeah.
So, man, yeah, that's 5
And
years.
when I say 2017, I'm sure you agree based on the way you just, like, looked up, doesn't
Mhm,
sound like long ago.
mhm.
It's 5 years, and I think the
Yes.
same thing with JID. I'm a diehard JID fan, so
Mhm,
I'm gonna be bumping that no matter what, but, like, dude, just drop it, like,
mhm.
come on. Joey, one of the best rap voices ever.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
so good.
Ever okay, fine, I'll
Yeah,
let it slide
I
because
think
I
he's a
love
great
Joey.
ass rap voice,
He does,
and
he does.
even I was honestly listening to The Revenge either last night or the other day,
Mhm,
and it's gets flamed because it's Joey Badass. It's, like,
mhm.
such high expectations. It's not, like, awful. Like,
Thank you.
I've heard, like, way worse songs before. It's just
Thank
that, like,
you.
yo, we've waited 5 years. This is not the song anyone wanted.
Facts.
So that's,
That
like
is
that's
true.
the problem. When you wait too long, like, honestly, and I know we already had the whole Kendrick review. If Kendrick did come with an album full of, like, bangers, maybe we would've been like, "You took 5 years to just make these, like, not deep songs." It's like, I don't know. It's so hard to take that long of a break. I know he was doing his acting thing. He's a daughter.
Yep.
Um, but I mean, I'm
Believe he's an
excited for
Oscar winner.
Oscar winner.
Yep.
I'm excited for this. I'm definitely gonna buy tickets for that tour.
Mhm.
Um, I'm excited for Joey.
I'm not gonna lie though, when he did say 2000, I was a little bit scared.
Yeah, it's
Because
scary.
it's almost similar to Blueprint series, aka Carter series, or even the Marshall Mathers LP2 rumors of a Marshall Mathers LP3. And this is something Tyler the Creator said on an interview with, I believe it was with Funkmaster Flex. Uh, I just had to, but basically, you shouldn't try to chase
Tofu.
your old, like your old self, or you shouldn't try to chase the light you once had. Everyone
Mhm.
adores 1999, and of course, Joey's discography is solid. We're not saying it's not,
Yeah.
but people neglect the rest of his projects and only focus on 1999. For him to chase that light or that platform again, he has to do it again by making 2000, which is just a part two, you know? So I felt like, "Ah, is this the right direction? Are you growing really? I
Yeah.
want a new Joey, you know?"
I definitely feel that. Um, but, like, the video he released for the trailer of it, that beat sounded like I don't know. I think I trust him with this. I mean, Logic, and we're about to talk about him more. He's
Mhm.
done something similar where he dropped Young Sinatra 4? Was that the number it was? What
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Yeah, it
I
was
mean,
4.
I've talked about this before. I mean, h I think hip hop's similar to comic books where, like, these artists, like, really like making, like, these series where it's, like, something you have to follow, which I think
Mhm.
is always cool how, like, West Side Gun has all these things and Wayne has all the Carter he has so much Dedication series and all this
Mhm.
shit. So it's a cool concept. We'll see how he delivers on it. Definitely hard to live up to one of the best mixtapes ever.
Mhm.
Curious what features we'll see on this. I'm hoping for JID. I think they'll flow together.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully he meets expectation. Hopefully you think he can top 1999? Hopefully he can.
yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, we'll see what new perspective he has. He has a daughter now. He's gone across the world.
Hopefully it ain't
Um,
the vaccine he takes.
yeah, he doesn't. Yeah,
Man, he was getting flamed on the
I don't.
Twitter, bro.
I don't want to hear anything about that.
Oh,
I
man,
don't.
we
I don't
love
want to
you,
hear.
Joey.
I don't want to hear my favorite rappers rap about medicine. I'll say that for my brother. I'll say that talk to my brother who's in medical school.
Did you
when
hear,
I need my
Kendrick?
information.
Dr. Sebi? He's on that Dr.
Yeah.
Sebi, nutrition program.
Yeah, but he said Kendrick said he doesn't trust Kyrie or something like that.
Yeah.
What'd he say about Kyrie?
Well, because he didn't wanna take the vaccine,
Yeah, yeah,
so but he got COVID, and he's like, "Kyrie must be tweaking out of his mind. I'm getting
yeah.
that vaccine ASAP." And like you were saying too, Logic, announced his upcoming album Vinyl Days on June 17th.
Yes.
Crazy feature list. I mean, just hear
Crazy.
this real quick. Funkmaster Flex, Morgan Freeman, Action Bronson, J.J. Abrams, The RZA, Raiden Wilson from The Office, Royce the 5'9", Earl Sweatshirt, Blue and Exile, amazing. Russ, Nardwar, The Game, DJ Premier, AZ. I can go on and on. Michael Rapport, Anthony Fantano, Big Leno. I mean, bruh, Wiz Khalifa, Jesus.
Crazy.
And I think it's gonna be what do you say? Like it's gonna be a long album, basically. I don't know how many tracks, maybe 30, but I heard it's gonna be
Yeah.
long AF.
Um,
But yeah.
it's gonna be a hard album to get through. 30 tracks is a lot, but I will say I really like the DJ Premier's, produced by Six, scratches by Primo. That new track was really good. He's coming out with a new one. This will be out already by the time it comes out, but it's featuring
Mhm,
Blue and Exile. Um, Logic is just someone who just he fucking loves hip hop. He loves
mhm,
it. He lives it. You can see in like the pictures of his house, and I've been following him for so long. Can't really see it on my ceiling, but
mhm.
I got everybody tapestry on my ceiling.
Aw.
I mean, I as I've grown up, as I've gotten older, I haven't like connected with his music as much as I used to. Um, but this, like, he just loves hip hop, and that's why he's doing this shit. He's gonna make probably these beats are gonna be crazy. He's a really good producer. I'm excited for it.
Now that you mention it, I wanna give especially 6 and 40 their flowers. They are one of the
Yeah,
best producers in the game, especially 6, but I just like because he's with Logic, whatever, he might not get that look, but 6 is incredible. Honestly, I'm
yeah,
excited for this project. I don't even care that it's 30 tracks because I know that Logic will perform. I know he's let me down before. Obviously, every time he dropped an album, I loved everything until he dropped Young Sinatra 4, right? I love the album, but that's when I was like, "Man, he didn't meet expectations." Then he dropped
uh-huh,
Confessions, which made me absolutely livid. Like
yeah.
I was this
This
close to punching a hole in my wall because I was so infuriated by the
The
direction he
song
went.
itself, "Confessions of a what is it?
Oh,
Confessions of a Dangerous
incredible.
Mind?
Yep,
That's
yep,
a good song,
incredible.
and he dropped that as a single, and we
Mhm,
saw this week that he tweeted that it was a social experiment to see,
mhm,
if he can make an album that was really about nothing, and he said it was his highest streaming things, so people were clowning him, they're like, "Oh, that's, like, exactly what someone would say when they drop a bad album, like, 'Ah, it was a social experiment.'" I mean, maybe there's some truth to it because it was his most, um, like, not thought-provoking album. Songs like Icy and shit, like, just
mhm.
not the music I was looking for, but I'm excited to hear what this new
I
one.
think it's true. And the reason why is again because of his label dispute. He was stuck in his contract, and he essentially had to release a certain amount of albums before he can be out of the contract. And if you think about it, that Confessions album is so left field. So like you know what I'm talking about. Like the I see
Yeah,
like he was just goofing around completely, which to me showed that he just wanted to get an album, get it out so we can focus on a
mhm.
real project, which is hopefully Vinyl Days. And you see these features, he's not gonna disappoint. You can tell how
Yeah, it's
happy he is,
crazy.
how in a stable position he's in with his family and everything. The money's up, he's gonna deliver.
Yeah,
I know King Wow, he was clowning me on that on Twitter too, because I'm like, if you don't want to hear the quality rap, then don't listen. And he posted a gif of the guy, like some guy laughing, dying laughing because I said
yeah,
quality rap. But when you have these features on the project, and Logic to me is one of the biggest what ifs in hip hop. If it wasn't for the whole everybody situation, which wasn't even a bad project at all,
I
and the
like
whole
everybody.
biracial stuff and people clowning him, I mean, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
he would have reached the stars, in my opinion.
Yeah. My biggest issue is Logic, is just his reusing of lines, which is something I noticed
Yep, yep.
as he kept releasing albums, which
Hmm.
sometimes it's cool to throw, like, a nod to yourself,
Hmm.
but he does it a little much where sometimes I know exactly what he's gonna say when the rhyme scheme's coming. But besides that, I think he needs more respect because, and he does. He's such a strong fan base. So at the end of the day, who gives a fuck what we had to say? He
Hmm.
sells out. He's one of the highest selling artists. What is he like? He's like 8 number ones in a row. Like every album he
Yep.
drops goes number one. So
Yeah. But some
good for
respect
him.
on him, please.
Yeah. Then another album that really, this MIT professor dropping an
Oh,
album, Lupe Fiasco, dropping a new album, Drill Music in Zion. Um, Dropped the new single Autobotto, Auto but yeah. Dope song. He killed it.
yeah.
I wonder if it's actually gonna be, like, all drill music that's, like,
Hmm.
with, like, soul samples or something. That could be an
Hmm.
interesting change up.
Yeah.
Someone was saying on Twitter that they heard the album and it's just like, it's a classic. I
Oh,
mean, obviously, everyone always says that shit. Um,
DJ
I'm
Khaled.
excited. Yeah,
That's
I'm
what Diddy
excited
said.
yeah. I'm very excited for this. I can't say, like, I'm a diehard Lupe fan, and I've seen
Mhm.
people all week on Twitter debate, and they're like, "He clears Kendrick lyrically, like, so much better."
Mm.
So he's got his stands out there fighting for him, but I'm excited for this album.
What do you think? Does he clear Kendrick?
I don't listen to him enough to have a strong opinion on that. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. I will tell you he's there. Lupe is one of my favorites, man. I will not forget. Kanye obviously put him on
Yeah,
what was late registration. Why am I
Touch
blanking
the
on the
Sky,
track? Touch
Touch
the
the Sky.
Sky. But the real first interaction I got with Lupe was, "Come on, man. All right, already the show
Show
goes
go
on."
yeah, of
Classic.
course.
And I've been in love with that man ever
Yeah,
since. And the whole label dispute is what brought him down. He really should have been big, of course, with that Kanye backpack.
uh
Give me that aid. But
yeah,
again, the label really ruined him. But now he's independent. Now he's doing his own thing. At least I
yeah,
think so. He's independent.
and I
But
gotta bump
lyrically, mhm,
I was like, I
he's
gotta bump
incredible.
Fahrenheit mixtape series. We've talked
Hmm.
about this before, but I know
Oh yeah,
Tyler, the
same.
creator, said it's one of his most inspiring um, albums ever, and I haven't heard them, so that's on me. I gotta bump
Yep.
that. But I'm excited for this project for some new Lupe. There's a song called "Till I Get There." That's like a
Hmm.
more poppy song, but it is one of my favorite rap songs of all time.
Hmm.
My brother like learned it on the piano, so that's probably why I used to love it when I was like really
Oh
little.
wow,
But yeah,
talented
shout out to
family.
Lupe.
And yeah, I definitely think this might be one of the best rap projects of the year, in my opinion. Especially after hearing
Yeah,
100 Chicago's and now the Autobotto.
yeah,
Um, Lupe always delivers
cool
all the
track.
time. Speaking of Hendrick as well, he announces a new tour, the Mr. Around the Big Steppers tour of Baby King at Tana Leone, all over North America, Europe, and New Zealand. I can say I will be attending. Yeah, I'm
I'm happy
excited
for
for
you.
that. Yep. And of course, during the release of Mr. Around the Big Steppers, he was in Ghana, obviously exploring the scenery, which is my homeland. You know what's up,
Yeah.
y'all. Represent to Ghana, Gold Coast. But there's a rumor that he's recording a documentary. And of course, it's been a long time since he's been in the public eye, so he's going to release that. Hopefully, just a rumor. And of course, there's also cameras and stuff in Ghana, so were leaks
Uh-huh.
came out basically that he might drop a documentary, which will be really exciting to see.
That'd be really cool. I'm a big fan of artists doing that. That's like what made me love people like Logic, who had tour life videos, and
Hmm.
people like J. Cole, who has a whole For Your Eyes Only documentary where you can hear unreleased songs from it and to see the process of him making an album. It always makes your fan base stronger when they can see like who you really are and like
Yeah.
see you outside of the music. So I think this is a cool thing that more artists should do.
Yeah, and for the haters who say that Kendrick doesn't got hits, the Billboard news just came out. Number 3 and 95. Number 5,
Of course.
Die Hard, which is a slapper. Adam, you need to stop hating and listen to that song over and over until you like it again. Number 7, Silent Hill. We can throw that away. Sorry, not a
I fuck
Kodak
with Silent
stan.
Hill.
Number
But you
8,
know me like,
United in Grief. Shut up. That's such a.
um,
I hate that song
yeah.
so much.
I mean, I think this is
And
a
also
little
number 1 album.
I wanna say it's a little misleading just because I think if
Hmm.
anyone who's that big drops an album, like, all those types of songs do go in the top, like, if Drake drops an album, like, he'll have the entire top 10, even if it's, like, not actual hit songs. So I will be curious to see how songs like Silent Hill, which I do like, but it's not like a
Hmm.
typical, like, hit song, so I'm
Hmm.
curious in a month, what if they're still in the top 10. So we'll see about
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay. Hot take. We'll see. Want to put money on it?
Which song do you think will remain top 5? I don't think any will.
Die Hard. It's a good song, man.
I just don't I feel like I haven't heard that many people playing it and talking about it. Um, I don't know, I feel like when songs like "Humble"
Hater.
came out from Damn and stuff, like, those were so, like, in our face for so
Fair.
long, and you heard people playing it. Um, I could be wrong. I
It
hope
could be.
I'm
We'll
wrong.
see. Also, if you did, I'm pretty sure you saw this as well.
Yeah.
He most likely he is dropping a music video for what was the
Yes.
song called again?
We
Um,
Cry Together.
We Cry Together with Taylor Page.
That's gonna be
She posted
so
on
you already know
Instagram.
the acting's gonna
Yep.
be crazy, and she's an
Yeah.
actual actress, so
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be, like has potential to be, like, one of my favorite music videos ever. I'm already hyping it up like that. Like, this is
Mm-hmm.
a Stan type song. Um, just there's so many possibilities when you have 2 people, like, literally, like,
Yeah.
rapping back and forth.
It's
So
gonna be
this is
interesting. I
gonna
don't know
be
if I want a music video though. Like, I don't know, just watching them just curse each
it's gonna be
other out.
uncomfortable.
It's gonna be really
Um,
uncomfortable.
and then Cole World signing another contract in the Canadian Basketball League. It's just so dope. He's like a whether he's getting it because he's J. Cole. I mean, I know he literally trains every day. That's just a testament to who he is. Like, good for him. Like, they wouldn't be signing him if he was bad at basketball. Like, he clearly puts the work in. I think it's pretty cool.
It's an inspiration, bro, especially with all the shoe releases too, like the Hooper shoes. I
Yeah,
don't know who,
the Dreamers.
Puma,
Yeah,
Dreamers.
and
Was it with Puma?
they're cool shoes. I think they're generally cool shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool seeing him
It's an
do that.
inspiration,
He
man.
loves basketball.
Hmm.
And then,
Chris Brown. I was gonna say I don't know. I don't know if it's like in 2022, 2023, if listening to Chris Brown is a taboo thing anymore.
yeah, I
But
got
he's
some friends
dropping
who
Breezy.
love Chris Brown. Um,
Yeah.
Personally, like, apart from the things he's done, like, I'm not, like, that much looking forward to a Chris Brown album.
Hmm.
This is not my general music I'm bumping.
Hmm.
Um, and then with the things that come with him, it makes it even more.
You said with.
So on top of that, with the, baggage that comes along with Chris Brown, um,
Hmm.
I'm not sure if I'll be checking out that album.
I'll check
I'm
it
su
out.
I'm
He
sure
has
it'll have
hits here
its
and there.
yeah, I'm sure it'll have its 2 big songs, maybe a Drake feature.
Two out of the whole like. Remember how he dropped like
Yeah,
50 song albums?
yeah, that track list is always crazy. Um,
All the features and everything.
then something that
Man.
was really sad that I saw, was Doja Cat was tweeting this week. She,
Mhm.
is an avid vapor, and she had,
Oh.
surgery happen on her, tonsils and continued to vape, and it caused something to happen, and now she had to cancel her whole world tour with The Weeknd.
Mm.
So I don't know who's replacing her on that. She had to cancel her all of her summer festivals. Um, I don't know how it works contract wise, but that could be millions of dollars lost.
You hate to hear
Um,
it.
and she's a great performer. I'm sorry for anyone who was going to those shows, but on the positive, I don't know if this was real. I sent it to Sam, and
Mhm.
I've been saying in this podcast too much. But there's a rumor album produced by Jay Versace, fire producer, and one of the legends in hip hop. One of my favorite producers ever, if not the ninth wonder. Um, I hope this is true
Man,
because
me too.
she she can like do something very important for rap music. If someone of her popularity can take a second away from making poppy tracks, which she's really good at doing, and makes and she honestly can make like poppy ninth wonder tracks that are still hard hitting hip hop songs. Like, that's obviously been done. Like Jay Z, Kendrick, like they're good at making songs that are poppy that are still hard hitting hip hop tracks. So I hope that's happening. I hope it's a real
Yeah,
thing.
man. Obviously, see, I'm clean shaven. I got a cut
Yeah.
on my way to the barber. Shout out Dion. I was listening to some Doja Cat. I was listening to Planet Her, man. I was bumping Africa. Like that's not Africa. Sorry, Woman, which is Africa Afro beats. The song's called Woman.
Okay.
Woman, woman, woman. You know that song?
I'm not familiar with the album honestly that well,
It's
but
alright, but, and obviously there's a lot of stiff on her just because, oh, she's not 100% rap, she's infused with pop, so she's not a rapper. Doja Cat is an incredible artist, and she doesn't just have to rap. She can sing because she is an incredible singer, and she
yeah.
can do so many different things. I definitely do think if she does this, it'll be a big win for hip hop, but it's also a bold step because a lot of her fan base is in the pop universe. So, will they mess with that album with, what, Ninth Wonder and, I don't know, Madlib and all these, hip hop, um legendary producers, will that fan base appreciate that, or will
I'm
they
a
ditch her, leave her?
so I've always thought this about like a bunch of artists. But I
Mhm,
think there's such a strong community of art people like us who are so in love with this like underground style of rap
mhm,
that like those pop people, they're still gonna listen to the album and they're still gonna fuck with you after this. There's this whole community that's telling you that you can't rap. You can get them all, and you can be the
mhm.
biggest rapper in the world if you do this. I've always thought this about like, I mean, Future's so big, so I won't use him. But say like someone in that style of music, I've always thought if they just paired up with The Alchemist or someone, it's like you would attract such a new fan base and you'd be so big. And it's just about taking those risks.
Yeah,
And I mean,
she
who
is
knows if
incredible.
yeah, and who knows if those artists had the accessibility to just hit up The Alchemist. I'm
Mhm,
sure. I know. He said there's a song. He has a song with Doja Cat. I bet it's fucking
mhm.
crazy.
Do you
Um,
think, Doja is one of the best female rappers out right now? To me, she is,
yeah, she's a really good
100%.
rapper.
She's
Yeah,
incredible, man. Y'all need to hop off.
bro. She gets
Hop
like
off
a.
big time.
I'm down for a whole posse cut. Get her Rhapsody. Get them all on a track. Get them all barring off. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Also, big news as well. Chance the Rapper announced through a Chicago billboard that his new single, "The Highs and the
Yeah,
Lows,"
Joey
featuring Joy
Badass.
Badass, will be coming soon. After his recently dropped single titled
Wraith.
"Wraith" with Vic Mensa and
Yeah.
Smoko Ono. So again, Chance is back.
Tell me if you experience this too. I see an advertisement for Wraith everywhere in my social media to the point that it's made me not like this song.
Is it
Whenever I
like
go on like, do you get that too?
is it
When
like the video with that weird flow, like,
Yeah,
it's like a black background with lyrics in the middle?
yes.
Yeah,
Bro,
I seen it a lot, it's on my Twitter
every
feed.
every time I refresh Instagram, I'm hearing this song, and it's a lot, it's a little too much. It's a little too in my face. It was a cool song though, with Vic Mensa.
Yeah,
Shout out to them, they're boys again, and they're making some fire music.
mhm,
Um, when Taylor Bennett did his show in Columbus, I was talking to, Taylor it was Taylor's brother-in-law, and he was talking about the album. He said it's fire, he said it's
mhm.
coming. Obviously, it's his brother-in-law, so he's not gonna say it's bad.
Inside source, y'all,
Inside
you're better
sources.
eat this up.
Um, but I'm excited just as a Chance fan. Honestly, I'm about to go on an hour drive in a few minutes. I'm gonna bump Coloring Book again because I remember, like,
Yes.
I remember a time when, because like, Chance wasn't a huge artist at that point, and I say this all the time, but
Mhm.
some of these rappers have, like, objectively bad names, and if you get famous enough, people forget it's a bad name. But I remember being made fun of, like, why is his name Chance the Rapper? Like, why does he have his job title in his name? And I remember staying on Apple Radio at like 10 a.m. for No Problems to come out, and then seeing his whole life change. So I'm excited for Chance.
Yeah, me too. People need to lay off all the hate, okay? Big Day obviously wasn't, wasn't great.
Hot water, hot shot. Hot, hot.
So I hated that song with Freddie Passion, but it obviously wasn't great, and people just threw him under the bus, and they just left him there, as if Chance didn't drop Acid Rap or, Coloring
10.
Book, which was humongous. Do not cap,
So good.
2016 when he dropped that,
Bro, so many tracks in the
that was
album.
yes, so many tracks. So people really forget who this guy is, and he is really one of the darlings in hip hop. Of course, he had a little step down, but he's about to be back, and I'm sure he's gonna have a lot of revenge and heat to bring back for the fans. So I'm excited to listen to that.
Yeah, the Jack Harlow versus Brandy. Um, so yeah, if you wanted to explain the backstory of it, he was on
Yes.
Ebro, and
Yep.
he just didn't recognize that Ray J was Brandy's brother. Wait, did I
Other
say
way
that right?
around. He didn't know that
Sorry.
Brandy was Ray J's sister.
Yeah. It's so blown out of proportion, and obviously, I'm speaking from a white person in a genre that is made by black people, so my what I'm saying now isn't, like, correct, but I think they had to, like, hold back on him, especially someone who I'm 20. There's so much music out there, and I didn't really start listening to '90s rap until late in high school, and there's so many artists that, like, I haven't listened to because there's just so much music out. So it's like on top of having to stay on listening to the current music, I had to listen to the 2000s music and the 90s music. And I think it's just a lot to expect. People are like hating on him. Like, how could you ever make rap music if you don't know that Ray J's Brandy's brothers? If that, I don't think it matters.
Did you actually see the video?
Yeah.
Let me tell you that it was so bad that when the interview ended, Jack Harlow jokingly said, "My PR team will be talking to y'all." The way he said it, yo,
I didn't see that.
listen, I was cleaning my bathroom. I moved in or I graduated. I came back home. I was cleaning my bathroom, cleaning my room, unpacking. When he said those words, they're obviously playing a Brandy song, and they said, "Oh, this song, this person is associated with Ray J," and alluding as a sister. And then
Uh,
he literally said, "Wait, Ray J has a sister?" The way I dropped the mop, and I was just like, "What? You should have not said that." Especially again, you have to be careful when you are a new generation rapper. You got to know your history, especially if you're on that. If you have the platform that Jack Harlow has, for you to be that popular, to have these features, to be that respected, and to go up to Ebro or any other high platform hip hop station, you need to know your history. They will ask you. Not to mention, it's the backside that he is white, so you're gonna get caught. At least people are gonna
yeah.
try to get you. So all the hate about, oh, you shouldn't be in the culture, whatever. That's just people hating on him just because he's white by default. The hate's gonna come. But I mean, you got to go back. To me, I've listened to 70s rap. Even if I didn't like it, I forced myself to listen
Hmm.
to understand the culture. Uncle Luke, Grandmaster Flash, I
Yeah.
had to. 80s, 90s, I
Um,
have a whole list I have, and I just check it off.
Yeah, I guess it's at the end of the day, like, I'm not sure I've seen interviews where Jack's talked about the music his mom would play, and he grew up listening to a Tribe Called Quest.
Mhm,
Personally, very little, like, more rock, like, my dad listens to, like, the rock music,
mhm,
and I had to find hip hop on my own through my brothers downloading songs,
mhm.
and there's the occasional rap song my dad would listen to, but, like, I had to do my own research, and I'm sure a lot of white rappers would agree, that's just, like, they just listen to different types of music. So I guess I do agree that you should have a basic understanding. There's some disrespect that you can say. Like,
Mhm.
you can't be like, "Jay-Z fucking sucks." Like, I don't know. You can't be saying that shit. But I think there is some leeway, especially as hip hop keeps going and going. Like, in 10 years, does an artist have to listen to Slick Rick? I like Slick Rick. I actually enjoy his music, but, like, does he have to
That's a good
recognize
question.
it to make rap music? I just think there's so much hip hop out there and there's so much music, and the genre keeps evolving that, like, I think it's just too much to expect someone who loves the music but wasn't raised
Mhm.
around it and who's trying to do his best effort at making his best form of that. I don't know, I think it's sometimes a lot to expect from someone to
You're
clown him.
100% right. You're 100% right. That's a big factor about age because we're in that generation. Technically, it's obviously difficult to go back, but there's two arguments for that, which Ebro did, and Peter Rosenberg and Ebro and Laura did say. This generation is the easiest generation to get
To
music.
listen to.
It's
Yeah.
on your fingertips. You don't have to go to a record store and buy it.
Uh-huh.
Two, what you're saying is true. You don't have to listen to none of the past stuff to be a good rapper, be popular, to blow up or make money. But let me tell you, if you want to be the next Cole, Kendrick, Jay, Nas, whatever, and to be the next lyricist of rap, you have to know your history. Name me one real lyricist who doesn't know their history. There is none, because we will not give you the flowers. We will not give you the key to
I
open the
just
gate.
think as this as, like, the years keep going and going, there's gonna be artists who are forgotten about or their impact
Yeah,
is a
because
little bit
you're gonna
less.
be dead, so no one's gonna gatekeep. I'll
Yeah.
gatekeep. Don't worry. I'll gatekeep, guys. It's all good.
Um, but yeah, I think he was a little bit unnecessary unnecessarily flamed, especially because, like, I mean, I don't know, Brandy's not a rapper. She's, like,
Hmm.
R&B. I get that he, like, molds I know R&B and rap are so
Hmm.
connected, and he
Yeah.
does make R&B music sometimes, but it wasn't like I don't know, it wasn't like he doesn't know who Nas is.
It's
Like,
okay. I think his sins have been forgiven. I think he
yeah.
we can
I
give him
think
the pass.
it was just bad timing with everyone already piling on him, and they're like, "And this?" So I think it was a little much.
Ugh, God bless his soul, man. Still love Jack Harlow. Still support you, bro. Love it. First class soul slapper. Still banging it till this day. Well, that's all. That's literally everything we have for the
Yeah.
weekly wrap up news. So if you stay tuned to the very end, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you listen through streaming. Rate us 5 stars. You guys know what to do. Show some love. Anything I'm missing, Adam?
Nah, we out.
And we are out.